Hello and welcome back to the Instagram for Bosses podcast. I'm your host, Andrea, and this is actually the first episode back for 2026, which feels a little surreal to say, but honestly, I am so excited and glad to be back here with you all. If you're new around here, this podcast is for business owners who know Instagram matters, but don't want it living rent-free in their head. No fluff, no noise, just grounded strategy and honest conversations about what's really going on behind the scenes. Today, I want to talk about something I know a lot of you are quietly dealing with: why Instagram feels easy for other brands and hard for you. And if you're listening to this right now thinking, yep, that's exactly how it feels, stay with me because by the end of this episode, I want Instagram to feel a little lighter, a little clearer, and a lot less personal. If this way of thinking about Instagram resonates with you, you'll probably enjoy what I share over on Instagram too. I talk a lot about clarity, strategy, and making Instagram feel calmer and more intentional for your business. You can find me at Andrea Maree Creative. All right, let's get into this. Does this feel familiar? You're scrolling on your phone after a long day. The kids are finally down, you've got maybe 10 minutes of me time, and then you see a post from a competitor. Their content looks calm, confident, put together. There's engagement, comments, and saves, and you feel that little twinge in your gut. You think to yourself, why does this feel so hard for me? They must have it all figured out. And the hardest part, you've been in business longer than they have, and you know your work is good. Maybe even better. So why does Instagram feel so heavy for you? First, let me say this clearly, you're not alone. This is something I hear all the time from clients, and it's something I've experienced myself. And the truth is, it has nothing to do with talent or motivation. It's not because they're more creative than you, or they post more consistently, or because they're more confident on camera. Believe it or not, most brands that look like they're doing really well on Instagram aren't actually trying harder. They're just making fewer decisions. And the easiest way I can explain this is with a business analogy. If you're a capable business owner doing well, growing a team, managing clients, but you're still personally handing every little admin task, every invoice, every follow-up email, at some point that doesn't mean you're bad at admin, it means you've outgrown doing it yourself. Instagram is the same. When Instagram still lives entirely in your head, it demands constant decisions. What should I post about today? What type of content should this be? Is this a reel or carousel? What's trending right now? When should I post? What hashtags should I use? The list goes on. Before you've even started, you're already exhausted. That's decision fatigue, my friend. And that's when Instagram starts to feel really heavy, draining, like something that's always sitting in the back of your mind. You end up being reactive instead of proactive. The brands that look calm online, they're not reinventing the wheel every week. They're working from a clear strategy. They know what Instagram is there to do for their business, and they know what type of content they're creating and why. Instagram feels easier for them because it's not living in their head. And this is something I've experienced firsthand. Even though I do marketing for a living, there was a period where Instagram felt really heavy for me too. I was so focused on my clients' work that I wasn't treating my own business like a client. That meant late nights, scrambling to think of what to post, and a lot of frustration around why my own results weren't where I wanted them to be. It even happened with this very podcast. I got so caught up in working in the business that I stopped working on the business. And the result was burnout, self-doubt, and that quiet feeling of why am I not good at this anymore? So I made a promise to myself. I decided I was going to treat my business the same way I treat a client's business. I freed up more time for myself by hiring another team member. I got really clear on who I was speaking to. I nailed my messaging. I built a content plan that was actually sustainable. And once I did that, things completely shifted. Engagement improved, the quality of leads improved, but more importantly, Instagram stopped feeling so stressful. And that's what I want you to take away from this episode. Instagram feels hard when it relies on you to decide everything. It feels easier when there's a system holding it together. So here's the practical takeaway for today. I want you to ask yourself one question. Do I actually know what Instagram is meant to be doing for my business right now? Or am I just trying to keep it alive and posting for the sake of it? That awareness alone is powerful. And if right now you're sitting there like, I actually don't know the answer to that, Andrea, You're not doing anything wrong. That's exactly why I created a short assessment called Is Your Instagram Built to Generate Inquiries? It's designed to help you see clearly what stage you're in, what Instagram is actually doing for your business right now, and what your next move should be. No judgment, no hype, just clarity. I've linked it down in the show notes if you want to take a look. If you got something out of this episode, I'd really appreciate a rating or a quick review. It genuinely makes the biggest difference and helps this podcast grow. And if you're listening to this thinking of someone else who needs to hear it, feel free to share it on your Instagram story and tag me. I'm always over on Instagram and I love continuing these conversations there. Remember, you're not behind, you're not bad at Instagram, the algorithm doesn't hate you, you've likely just outgrown the guessing phase. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Have an amazing week and I'll catch you in the next one.